What is going on, homies? It's your homeboy Jake. We're here today with yet another um, Yu-Gi-Oh pack opening video. Now, today we are going to be drawing from Chaotic Compliance, and we're gonna draw 30 packs just like last time. Let's hope we get some great pulls. Now, as usual, I'm gonna say some things I'm looking for with these pulls. So there's this spell card called Gift of the Martyr that I really need. Here it is. And it's very common, and I really, quite frankly, should have it by now. But it doesn't seem extremely useful right now. But it's actually very useful for farming, which I'm trying to do against homeboy Pegasus Maximilian during this event. There are also some other things that I want. Another copy of Javelin Beetle would be excellent. His ritual spell. Fusion Substitute would be excellent. Monster Reincarnation would be absolutely excellent as well. I already have one, so maybe asking for both is a little too much. This thing would be great for the Gemini deck I've been building. There are also some other Gemini support cards in here. So yeah, there's a lot that would be good for us to have. But we're just gonna go right into it. Open these packs. And let's go. We got Light of Redemption. Too many consonants in a row. And Card Breaker. Not quite what I'm looking for, but you know what? Not bad, not bad. Machine King 3000 BC. This is a very interesting card. Malice Dispersion. Discard one card from your hand, destroy all face-up continuous trap cards. I don't know how many face-up continuous trap cards are used. Maybe maybe this would be good as a counter to Mirror Wall. I'm not sure. Array Revealing Light. So it withholds attacks a little bit, but not even that well. Space-Time Police. Weed Out. Okay. Psychic Path, another one of these. Blackluster Ritual. I have so many of the ritual cards and none of Blackluster Soldier, obviously, because it's a very rare, it's an ultra rare. It's the mascot of this box, actually, so it's pretty nice. Oh shoot, we got eyeballs. Prometheus, King of the Shadows. Ring of Magnetism. You can only equip this card to a monster on your side of the field. Decrease attack and defense by 500 points. I'm confused, but I guess maybe if you have a really powerful monster out, you can kind of use it. I don't know. This sounds like a terrible card though. And another Crystal Seer. I like this card. It's like a better Skull Angel. Oh shoot. We got cool animations coming in. Simultaneous Loss. Each player sends the top card of their deck to the graveyard. This would be a hilarious card in a graveyard-based deck because actually getting your card sent to the graveyard isn't a bad thing with those. Whereas if your opponent's not running one, then it's pretty much always a bad thing. So yeah, that could be good for those. And another Genetic Woman. Weird card. Hard Selling Zombie. Another one of these, but it's glossy, so that's good. Outstanding Dog Marin. When this card is sent to your graveyard, add it to your deck and shuffle it. Oh, so you can basically hold off indefinitely. Probably a good counter to those warm worm decks, you know. Make you send all your cards to the damn graveyard. Oh my gosh, we have all sorts of animations here. Let's pray it's the ultra rare. You can put your opponent's monsters that are destroyed by battle with other psychic type monsters on top of their owner's deck instead of sending them to the graveyard. When this card is destroyed by a card effect, this card's controller takes damage equal to its original attack. Okay. I mean, I guess if you want your opponent to have a thick deck, Gifts of the Martyr. This is exactly what I was looking for. I'm glad I got it. Eliminating the league. Discard one spell card, destroy one face-up monster your opponent controls. Check your opponent's hand, and all cards with that in their hand with the same name as the destroyed card are also sent to the graveyard. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is a very good card. That's why it's ultra rare, I guess. It kind of relies on you having spell cards in your hand, but most decks have plenty of those, so pretty good monster elimination. Card shuffle. Planet Pathfinder. Ooh, you can add one field spell spell card from your deck to your hand. Okay, not bad. Herculean Power. Once per turn, if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Gemini monster from your hand. This is excellent. This is excellent. I've actually been working on a Gemini deck, and I haven't had any of the Gemini support cards from this pack, so that's great. This thing is very interesting looking. Another Cyber Dinosaur. Okay, I like this card. Not that there are a bunch of special summons in this current meta, but I think it's kind of nice that you won't get screwed by a special summon if that happens to be in your hand, you know. Alright. So there's the first 10 down. We already got what I really wanted, but we're still gonna go farther. And we're gonna open another set. Let's hope we get something rare. Another Gift of the Martyr. I'm gonna get a bunch of these now, aren't I? Like, I only needed one. Disturbance Strategy. Telekinetic Shocker. If a psychic type monster on the field would be destroyed, you could pay 500 life points and destroy this card instead. I like the 1700 attack. Its effect is slightly unusual, but if you're running a psychic type deck, it's worth considering. It's probably actually vital to a psychic type deck now that I'm thinking about it. Another simultaneous loss. Seismic Crasher. And Destructotron. Alright, this is my second one of those, and I don't even think it's that excellent of a card. Because it costs 1,000 life points, and you only have 4,000 to start. I guess if you really desperately need that spell or trap card destroyed, it's not really that big of a deal, but those situations are too rare for 1,000 life points. Minefield Driller. When this face-up card you control leaves the field and is still in your possession, you can target one field spell card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. Okay, so you can revive your dead spell cards if that's something your deck relies upon. There you go. Aegis of Gaia, Life Point Loans 2.0. Zeta Reticulant. You contribute one EVA token to special summon this card from your hand. While it's in your graveyard, each time a monster... Whoa, hold up. Your opponent controls is removed from play, special summon an EVA token. Alright, so if you can send it to the graveyard using probably Bawu or Wonder Balloons, and then remove your opponent's monster from play. There are plenty of ways to do that now. And then you get an EVA token, and if you get either have 2 of them in your deck, or you can send it back from your graveyard. If you're running something involving banishing your opponent's monster, maybe you are running a graveyard deck, so not bad, not bad. Another Skelosaurus. Alright, I like this. This is a great card, underrated, I think. 1700 attack is a pretty good amount. I can already see the power has been creeping lately with Master Kobayashi having 1750, so tying with Jerry Beans Man. So 1700 is actually the standard now, kind of, for monsters, but you also get the Gemini effect, which is great, especially with the Gemini support cards we have. Discard one card, negate the activation that destroys the monster on the field. Okay, so if your opponent uses Eliminating the League, you could counter it with this no rarity Destruction Jammer, which is really unfortunate. This is a really interesting deck thinning card. So if you have a bunch of copies of it, you can retrieve them from your deck using its effect. So very interesting, I guess, if you want to thin your deck, but I kind of feel like it might not be worth the low utility. Although maybe I'm wrong. Warline Ritual. Ducker Mobile Cannon. Flip effect, target one level 4 monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. That's actually excellent. It's especially good. Oh wait, you know what? It's only added to your hand and no really low stats, so maybe not as good as I initially thought. But I could see uses for it. This is the exact thing that Zeta needs, or whatever that thing was. Domino effect. When a monster your opponent controls is destroyed by battle and sent to your graveyard, you can send one monster you control to the graveyard to destroy one monster your opponent controls. Jesus. So, it basically causes total destruction. It's like Michizor, except it's continuous, and you have to destroy one of your monsters. Trojan Blast. Maju Garzit. The attack of this card becomes equal to the combined original attack of the two monsters you tributed for the tribute summon of this card. Not bad. If you have like two 1700 attack monsters that you tributed, you can see how this can get out of hand real quickly. Beating out Blue Eyes with just standard cards, pretty much. Alright, a bunch of ritual stuff. Very odd. But, you know, whatever. Molten Zombie. I like this. I really like this card. The only problem is that, how do you special summon a monster from the graveyard? I feel like there are very few ways, if any, to do that right now. Maybe there's a card in this very pack that can do it. But I don't think so. Escher the Forest Vassal. If your opponent controls 2 or more cards in their spell and trap zones, you can special summon it from your hand. Okay. Not incredible because of the very low attack and defense, but if you're running a Tribute Summon deck, it might not be bad. It could have some utility in little niches, you know what I mean? And this is the last set of 10 packs that we're going to be opening for today's episode. I know I have 500 gems left over. I'm going to build them up for the next time we have a session. Big Koala. I like this. I kind of want Master of Oz, though. Actually, I kind of want a Death Kangaroo. Seems like a kind of interesting card. Ring of Magnetism, worst. Branch. It's like a candy bar. When a fusion monster on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, You target one of the materials in your graveyard that was used for its fusion summon and special summon it. Okay. Okay. That's not bad at all. That's actually pretty good, as a matter of fact. If you're running a fusion deck, it's kind of the way to go. Jowls of Dark Demise. Flip effect. Take control of one monster on your opponent's side of the field until the end of the turn. This card's effect is activated. When the controlled monster attacks, it can attack your... What in the hell? Okay. The problem is that it's probably going to be difficult to flip it and not get destroyed. But if you can, that's ridiculous. How is it only 2 stars? You know, Desert Sunlight, anyone? Domino effect. Lady of Stamina Flames. Sorcerer's Spell Wall. Okay, I have... This is the second one of these I've gotten. I can see the appeal, but I just don't think it's as useful. It's useful enough to justify all the hype around it. You know, it's super rare. Everyone's been using it lately. Huh. Monster Reincarnation. Okay. 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 Alright. So, I pretty much got everything I've mentioned at the beginning of this video, I believe. So these were excellent pulls. Draconic Knight. When the effect of an opponent's monster is activated, that targets and destroys a card you control. You can send targeted cards to the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. Wow. The only problem is that it has to be a monster effect. If it were just card effects in general, that would be the best card in the game. Not really, but it would be really good. Sky Star Ray. This is quite an interesting one. No Lady Assailant. Boar Soldier. This can only be summoned by a flip summon. If summoned by a normal summon, it is destroyed. If your opponent has one or more monsters under his or her control, the attack of this card is decreased by... This card is terrible! Oh my gosh. I like the 2000 attack, don't get me wrong. But the conditions that you need to summon it, and the fact that your opponent controlling a monster and negates its effect and its attack entirely, it's just awful. Absolutely abysmal. Well, why would anyone want that in their life? Another Zeta Reticulant. This is the guy I was talking about earlier, where you can, if you could get it from your graveyard, you know, that would be pretty nice. But now that there are 2 of them, I don't think that's going to be an issue anymore. Sasuke Samurai. This guy has a cool name, terrible effect. Weapon change. Oh. Okay, so I guess if you're, if you have a warrior machine type monster that, has an extreme, and you want to switch them up real quick, like maybe it has a lot of defense and you need to attack, the only thing that skews me out is the 700 life point cost. In an 8,000 life point format, ooh, Gateway to Chaos. As I was saying, in an 8,000 life point format, it's a little better, but still not great. This one, I honestly have no idea how it works. Like, I'm reading it right now, and I know it's been coveted, and it's apparently useful, but I'm really not sure. Okay, well, these, ladies and gentlemen, were some splendid, top quality pulls. These were, quite frankly, some of the best pulls I've ever gotten. This pack is absolutely amazing. This box, excuse me, is absolutely amazing. Especially if you can get the right cards from it. But, you know, that's going to be it for today. I have to do some stuff. So, I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode whenever I build up enough gems.